Breaking now, the government shutdown nearing an end after 16 days. Both the Senate and the House voting tonight to end the shutdown and raise the debt ceiling. President Obama expected to sign that bill any minute now, saying federal workers should report to work tomorrow. Earlier tonight, the president spoke about what's next.
Because there's a lot of work ahead of us, including our need to earn back the trust of the American people that's been lost over the last few weeks.
The final bill funds the federal government until January 15th. It raises the federal borrowing limit until February 7th. Also attached to that bill, a measure denying Congress a pay raise. Colorado will also be reimbursed with interest for running Rocky Mountain National Park.
And stocks surging at today's news of a congressional deal. The Dow jumping 205 points to end the day at 15,373. The Nasdaq gaining 45 points. The S&P closing with a 23-point gain. And 7 News reporter Marc Stewart is live tracking Colorado lawmakers to see exactly how they voted. Mark?
And Ann, this is the list we've been going through to see exactly how those votes stack up. All of Colorado's Democrats, Bennett, Udall, Polis, Perlmutter, DeGette, giving their support, along with Republicans Cory Gardner and Mike Coffman. The only lawmaker voting no, Republican Doug Lamborn of Colorado Springs, telling us tonight he didn't want to support wasteful government spending. After days of not communicating with each other, Democrats and Republicans are now talking to us about the last hour bipartisan budget agreement.
Let me start by asking you this.
Democrat Mike Bennett and Republican Mike Coffman now blaming extremists from both of their parties for the gridlock.
There were people on the far left rooting for a shutdown, and there were people on the far right that saw it as an opportunity for national fundraising.
A bunch of Republicans and Democrats and a handful of people with an extreme political ideology. That was the problem.
This deal is temporary. Members of Congress will still have to meet to tackle a long-term fix. We asked Bennett if he would approach the future any differently.
I really feel very strongly that I have worked diligently not to contribute to the kind of nonsense that got us into this position to begin with.
Were these last 2 weeks a waste of time?
They did bring us down to a point now where we have negotiations, and we've agreed to negotiate. From that standpoint, it's positive.
There's something very Colorado specific to this bill when it comes to flood relief. Right now, there's a cap on road repairs of $100 million. Under this legislation, that cap has been raised to $500 million. That's something we learned just tonight, kind of an unexpected addition to this bill. Reporting live tonight, Marc Stewart.